So let's talk a little bit about check back ranges explained. So we're going to get into why these were developed and why they're so good for our success at the poker tables. So first of all, we've all probably seen the check back ranges that consist of ace x, king x, middle pairs, and bottom pairs, and I just kind of touched upon this a little bit. And you usually see a lot of mediocre regs have an unbalanced check back range, and you'll see some recreationals as well who check back a lot of ace x and some middle pairs, but they'll have a lot of air in there as well. But the problem is that when your opponent understands these ranges, like we talked about before, he's going to put us in really tough spots, and with bigger sizing as well, depending on the board texture. If there's a board texture where there's a lot of bluffs involved, but he could have some value as well, he's going to probably make it pot. Some players have been making a little bit more than pot so they could really bomb the river as well. And those are all really tough spots, definitely when we're sitting there with middle pair or ace x, right? Because we know more times than not they're probably bluffing us, but calling off your stack with an ace x in that spot is not easy, and it's something that we don't like doing. Once again, those situational spots now become high variance spots, and the one thing that we want to avoid, and that's what we do with the limping strategy, is we avoid the high variance, and the same thing with checking back. We avoid those spots where we have bottom pair, middle pair, and we have to call down 3 streets because we know that our opponent is capable of putting us in that position with both value and misdraws. So the big question is, so you understand what some decent regs check back range is. Our check back range isn't really that balanced. It's very similar to what we just talked about before. Well, how do we prevent from somebody exploiting us the way that we talked about with them barreling turns and rivers with bigger sizings? How do we make our life a little bit easier?